Hello students. Up till now we have discussed about the various type of the sensors used in the in a single sensor node. After completing the discussion about the sensors, we have discussed about the sensor fusion with the case study of autonomous vehicle. And then we have discussed in the last lecture about the various options available as a microcontroller unit. Also, we have seen the case study of a sensor tag by Texas Instrument. Now, we move further. In this lecture, we are going to mainly discuss about the interfaces used in the sensor node, as well as we will begin the discussion about the transceiver, that is the RF section of a sensor node. So we will discuss about we will see that the serial interfaces are preferred. Why serial interfaces are preferred compared to parallel interface in the sensor network. So the most commonly used or the most popular internal interface in a sensor node is SPI as well as I2C. When we use the RPI, when the students make project RPI, so for them to communicate with the outside world for the purpose of making the programming, giving the supply, the USB interface is used. Here now we will discuss, we will compare SPI and I2C, and we will see that why these two interfaces are suitable for the sensor network application. So the comparison between I2C and SPI shows that the advantage of SPI is that it is faster than I2C. But as far as the scalability is concerned, the I2C is more scalable compared to SPI. So in the sensor network, the scalability is one of the important feature that we want. So because the sensor nodes are large in numbers, and when even one sensor node consists of multiple sensors, so scalability is a desirable feature, so that can be supported by I2C. But when the speed is concerned, then SPI is preferred. And for the short distance, SPI is preferred, but when the distance is slightly more, then it is better to use I2C. So that we will see. Next, we will begin the discussion about the transceiver. Transceiver is the RF stage which is used to transmit and receive the packets in the sensor network. So sensor network senses the information and send it towards the base station in the multi-hop fashion. So each node has its own information to transmit, as well as it receives the information from the neighbors and retransmit it towards the base station. So this is the section which consumes the highest amount of power in the sensor node. So whenever it comes to energy optimization, we always focus on this transceiver section. So we will discuss all these characteristics of the transceiver, that transceiver has to support certain data rate depending upon the application, then the modulation technique, the error control coding scheme, provide the trade-off between energy and performance, and then the sensitivity of the receiver, and then range in which a particular sensor node can be used, and for supporting the protocol, the necessity of the sensing the carrier and indicating the radio signal strength with the help of RSSI. So these are the characteristics of a typical transceiver. So that we will discuss during this lecture.